Jenny's right, this is something that we've continually struggled with, and of course this is the national debate that's raging everywhere, right? And so, unfortunately, Princeton is not immune to these debates, and I think we do have a good track record here, and we're constantly pushing to do better, and so we have intense community policing efforts, we have a lot of transparency in our records, as Jenny said, we release all of our records in a way that actually goes beyond even what police departments that are under decrees from the Justice Department do. So, we do think we're modeling the best behavior that we can, and every time we learn. One thing, though, that has come up this year that I wanted to get your take on is one thing that we haven't yet done is about body cameras because they're expensive. So we have a lot of these transparency efforts that we do, the things like data, but we have been debating whether to adopt body cameras, and there seems to be an accepted view that they are very helpful to both actually the public and the police. When they get an accurate recording of an interaction, it can protect both the member of the public and the officer. And so one thing we've explored is sort of in the next step in our effort would be to adopt body cameras, but it's over $200,000 initial acquisition costs, and then there's some ongoing data storage costs. So you're struggling small knowing where I'm going, probably, but
I've been in these conversations before.
It seemed like the right time to ask. As we think about our shared commitment to a fair and just community, that of course is how everybody is treated by their government and by the people who are supposed to be serving them. And this seems like actually a wonderful opportunity for us, and I think we probably, Mark, should be reaching out to all of the institutions in town who share that value. So you're just happen to be the one in front of us today, but would love to be able to work with you on it to see if that's something that could be the kind of progress that we could work on together and come together and say, what are these best practices? How are we learning from these painful experiences and improving what we're doing and restoring trust? And so a plea, especially on body cameras, that maybe that could be an area where the university could partner with us. And we're struggling with some of the data challenges issues that probably would be no-brainers for some of your computer scientists. And so would make that plea, and obviously we don't have to propose in front of you, but we'd love to hear your reaction to that.
Well, I'm sure we could get to a proposal that we could support, Heather, for exactly the reason that you state, which is I do think this is an area of shared value where both the university and the town are trying to do well and to do better than we've done in the past, right? And in there is a recognition that however well we're doing, it doesn't mean it's good enough, and it doesn't mean that we've always been doing as well as we would have liked to have done in the past on these issues. So I would be happy to entertain a proposal. I will say I think that there is, we've on something like this, we've got to talk about what the numbers are, but I think that the university would welcome the opportunity to be supportive on an enterprise like this and contribute to it. I will say I've had conversations sometimes in the wake of these incidents with friends who are, for example, prosecutors or otherwise involved in law enforcement. My understanding of the body cam issue is it's a tough issue. There are pros and cons on body cams. You get a officer responding to a domestic violence case. On the one hand, that may be exactly the time you want to have video evidence. On the other hand, it may not be exactly the moment when somebody wants video evidence taken of them. So, that's for the town, I would say, to sort out. But this strikes me as exactly the sort of area where we do want to partner and build on those values that we share.
I'm just quick. Sorry, I don't want to hijack by talking too much, but I would love to tie in Lance's suggestion when getting back to the disparate treatment and what you were talking about, which I agree with about the handcuffing people for arrests, and I think that might be a good topic for one of those discussions because from the little bit I've looked into it, it's hard to know exactly how to do it because you can't. When you arrest people, you have to figure out how to actually get what you need from them, or how to take care of them.
It is, as you pointed out, race is a tough issue in this country. Law enforcement is a tough issue. We have to be thinking about how to do these things in a way that respects the interests of justice. Certainly, we have people who are thinking about those kinds of questions, and also alumni who we can bring in who may have even more expertise right now, frankly, than anybody specifically on our faculty about detailed policy questions of the kind that you described. So I love the suggestion. I think we just have to figure out how to formulate the topic the right way.
I just wanted to, before we go to Bernie,